Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews. I'm pleased to report that Lyca Productions has paid rekhs the money that was owed for her for the movie 2.0. This is a brief video about that and also about the importance of subtitles in reaching a global audience. One of the things that's come out of this is a realization just how little subtitleists are paid for something that is so important in giving Indian films a global reach. Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here with rekhs. Rekhs, you had this controversy over the 2.0 movie, and the press picked it up, and
the press picked it up thanks to your tweet.
Well, I don't know about that, but they
I'm
did.
Very, very, very serious. They did. Please take credit for it.
Well, it was kind of incredible because kind of two things happened this summer. That the director who did Doctor Strange had discovered the Bahubali 2 film that you subtitled, and that was getting a lot of attention on Twitter. A lot of people were seeing a clip from the film, and people were like, where can I watch this? And because of the subtitles, it's easily available on Netflix for anyone around the world to be able to see. But also 2.0, the screenwriter of Star Wars Rogue One had tweeted about seeing this incredible film 2.0
and Walking Dead, right?
And I think he's also a screenwriter on the Walking Dead series. And Gary Whitta said how incredible this movie was, and was really spreading the word.
It was funny. He thought it was a Hindi movie, and then you clarified and told me, and then he later on realized it was Tamil that he watched.
Yeah, I think people were correcting him. No, this is really originally a Tamil film. Yeah. But I think especially people in Hollywood, they don't know. They think everything is Bollywood. They think everything is a Hindi film. They don't realize that there are other industries. But it was really incredible. And because of the subtitles, granted, there's a lot of visuals in that film, those incredible cell phones that merge together. And you don't need words to just enjoy these incredible images.
And Rahman's music.
That's true too. You can't really fully appreciate the film without those English subtitles that allow you to follow the complete story.
Also the VFX, Srini's VFX was phenomenal.
Beyond. It was jaw-dropping, really. And just the imagination behind the concept of what
Shankar, he's a master storyteller.
He really is. I mean, but then you have also the screen presence of Rajnikanth. Yeah. I mean, you cannot have that movie without his complete screen presence and all the different avatars that he was.
He is phenomenal.
He is, and he really makes the movie. But it's just a combination of all these amazing things together. But it's reaching a global audience, not just an all India audience, which I know the film was released in several languages and it reached a huge audience in India, but also, I mean, I was able to watch that film in a theater here in Chicago because I could watch it with your subtitles.
It transcended barriers of language and latitude is what I like to say. And I also like to always think of my team and myself as a squirrel. We're just bridging the gap. Like, the squirrel that gave pebbles to Lord Rama to build the bridge to fight Ravana. In case you're wondering why it's a squirrel, this is the reason to bridge the gap.
Okay.
Anyway, I took on this whole struggle, or what would you say? What is the right English word to say? I mean, endeavor. To ask for the money not because I wanted to tarnish the image of such a big company, or I just thought my work needed to be paid, and I didn't want anybody to think that they can get away with it. Not that this company thought that, because they finally paid, and I have to thank you for it. Really, the press was so supportive, and it was your tweets and Heather and Kathy Gibson, and there were a lot of foreigners who came to my support, which was, I think it was like very overwhelming. I was very touched.
I don't think people within India can fully grasp how much having good subtitles means in your enjoyment of the film. Because if a film has awkward English wording or poor grammar, it can take you out of the film, and suddenly, if it's good subtitles, you're not even aware they're there, because you're just absorbed in the film and you're absorbed in the story, and you just can be completely in the flow of the movie. And if there is an awkward word or a wrong word or a really bad misspelling, and you're kind of taken out of that magic of cinema moment.
But here, I do want to say, I don't think the producers, the CEO level, were aware of this. I mean, like, sometimes it happens. It's the managers and whoever's at the bottom who fix the rate with you, and it kind of gets out of hand. But in all fairness, I don't think the higher level people were. I mean, I'm not justifying. I'm just saying it happens in India, because you may be unaware. And I also think, as I said in one of my tweets, I hope my work will speak for me, and they will come back to me, and I will do their next film. So
and it's not the actor's fault. It's not. It wasn't the director's
fault. No, that's what I made it very clear. I'm not blaming Rajnikant sir or director Shankar at all, and I'm not blaming the production higher levels either. Just that every production house has to realize that your work has to be paid, especially because subtitles now is a proven fact that it is bringing in money. It's not something that they're doing for charity. And they are getting leaps and bounds. The mileage that they get is not very small.
You can't. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond. You can't even realize how far those ripples are going to reach out. And some people may not value what you do, but I certainly do, because it's opened up my world.
Thank you. I really feel very touched. In fact, sometimes my eyes get teary-eyed, because I've worked at it for 10 years, and by God's grace, I was maybe at the right person at the right time.
But to meet one of the people that's really so appreciative of your work, because I watch so many films that I can really tell your gold standard subtitles versus some other people's. And because you were so meticulous in your method, and you don't just do it slapdash in a quick way, okay, I'm done. You go back and you recheck. There's nothing more maddening than watching a movie and have the subtitles get out of sync. And you see lips moving, and then you're waiting a couple of beats to see, what did he say? There's nothing worse than that. And so you make sure, and you check and you recheck and you recheck that those time codes, that the subtitles appear at the appropriate time for the appropriate length of time that they're supposed to be on screen, that the grammar is there, that the songs rhyme in English, and that their jokes are in English as well. Comedy movies are sometimes my most difficult ones, because not all humor translates. It can be so culturally specific.
Or even politics politics of that particular state may.
But if it's wordplay, you make a point of making a wordplay in English, or something that gets across that there is a joke there. And not everyone does that. If you just do a little translation, there's so many moments I'll be in a theater and someone else has subtitled a film, and I'll hear everybody else cracking up around me. I'm like, oh, I missed that. I don't know what I just...
It went above your head.
Yeah, but you take care and make sure that someone like me doesn't miss those moments.
No, it's also because my team is handpicked, and they are all equally, if not more, passionate than me, and then they do this for the love of subtitling, like how you review for the love of reviewing. I think that's our connect, Melanie.
Well, it's certainly not for the big bucks, I'll tell you. But yeah, it is something, because I'm passionate about Indian cinema, and I'd love to be able to have the conversations that we've had, because being able to talk to someone across the world who gets why I would be so passionate about Indian cinema. And Hollywood movies do not give me what Indian cinema does. I want songs. I want the music. I want the dancing.
You're an incurable romantic at heart.
I am a total romantic at heart. And so many Hollywood movies, if they are a romance. They're really cynical and sarcastic, and I want those kind of earnest love stories that
We don't get Sound of Music every day now.
Right, exactly. You gave it a sense of poetry, and the songs were so just, it's like transcendent, and you felt like it was elevated formal language, old-timey kind of English. So you made it specific to that kind of movie too, and that's kind of special care that you do.
But I must say that Rajamouli's team is fantastic, and
Yes.
they took care of us so well. And we went there for 5 days and landed up being there for 25 days in
Oh my
Hyderabad.
goodness.
And one language became 4 languages. And I'm so glad that this awareness for good subtitling has spread so much. So
I'm just glad this issue is resolved for you, and you deserve to be paid because you do
I know, I'm
fantastic
so
work.
glad that part is over, because yes, the press supported me, and the Twitterati. I couldn't have done anything if Twitter hadn't, the number of retweets and comments that I got in my favor. But I also would like to say that it's not as if all producers don't pay. So don't get a wrong idea about our industry. And Mumbai Subtitle, Chennai Subtitle Help, and Bangalore, they started a rally for subtitle. These are youngsters who give you in Twitter details about which theatre has subtitles, and that's fantastic. That's the kind of progress I was looking out for. So
Right.
that's why I keep telling you we shall overcome, and it will happen.
I mean, I noticed a lot of films are just remade with a new star. It'll be the same story, but they'll just remake it in the other language rather than releasing the original necessarily with subtitles all over India. Or there's dubs for the really big films, I guess. So, but yeah, it's interesting to me because everything I'm watching is English subtitles. It's all, I don't want to say it's equal. They all have their own special flavor, but for me, it's no different to try to watch a Telugu film or a Tamil film because I'm reading the English subtitles for both.
No, but see,
and so people don't necessarily know about movies from the other industries because they may only watch their
No, but
their
in
language.
this context, if I'm doing a multilingual movie, I first do Tamil, and then I take the Tamil English subtitles for the Tamil film and then use it for the same Malayalam or Telugu version. It is not as if the same subtitles just sit there. Like Telugu people are very poetic in their dialogues. The words rhyme. They're very poetic.
I know the whole punch dialogues thing on other people's subtitles that's not necessarily true.
So you can't use the Tamil to English subtitles to a Telugu to English. It
Okay.
has to change and all the songs change, so the lyrics have to change. See, I find it very odd if a producer says you've already done it in Tamil and we're taking it for Telugu and Hindi. You can't, or Malayalam. Don't do it. Tell me and I'll check it, and you're going to just charge some 30-40%, which is minimum compared to, I'm not charging the same full rate for the movie, and you might as well have good subtitles so that particular language is covered. Because if it was dubbed, you're going to pay the dubbing artist. You're not going to say, oh, I've already done it in this language, I'm going to pay you little.
Right. They are already paying for dubbing artists. Yeah.
They're paying for the cinematographer, the editor. You don't say, oh, it's already done in one language. The same goes for subtitling, right?
Right. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about this whole subject?
Thank you so much, Melanie. I really appreciate it, because this is the kind of support that would take subtitling to the next level, and I'm happy about it. Thank you.
I'm really glad to see you in person. All right. Thank you for joining me. Please follow me on Twitter at PardeziYT and follow rekhs at
rekhs8c.
on Twitter, and please do subscribe here to Pardesi Reviews, and if you hit the bell when you subscribe, then you will never miss a trailer reaction, film review, or special interview.